Good evening, everybody. We've got Beholder up tonight, which is a little unexpected for a couple of reasons. One, I don't normally cast on Thursdays. Two, it is very late and I have work tomorrow. But this game is currently on sale at ChronoGG, and what I would encourage you is not to just go to the ChronoGG site, but instead to use the affiliate link, which I will be linking inside chat. That affiliate link will be helping out a very good friend of the streams, Jesse Quell. And it doesn't come at any additional cost to you, but the game's about 35% off, so it's about, I think, $6.50 US. And hopefully, when you see it in a few minutes, you will see why it is worth that. I should mention that we got this game donated to us by Hesperus, who's an outstanding individual, one of Elkanu's followers. And I quite like what I've seen of it so far. Sorry to stop the game for a second here. I just want to make sure I have all my relevant stream information up. I guess that gives people a few minutes to respond to the... shut up, mate. There we go. All right. I think we are ready to go. So Beholder, the best way I could explain what this is off the top of my head would be sort of a cross between Papers, Please and This War of Mine. I would say Papers, Please is a little bit heavier in terms of the mechanics and sort of the way that you win, whereas This War of Mine is a little bit more in terms of the kind of the presentation. You'll see when I get into the game. It does take place in a police state. It's kind of interesting. Elkanu! Oh my goodness! We were just talking about you. How are you doing, Elkanu? Are you just finishing your cast? Either ways. So I was talking about how one of Elkanu's viewers was the one to donate this to the cast. Elkanu himself is a very good friend of this cast and one of my favorite streamers to watch on Twitch. Not a problem at all, Elkanu. It's... Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much for that host, and hello everybody from Elkanu's stream. I apologize, I am not a French speaker. Well, not a very good one anyway. But we've got... I don't know how much you've seen of this, Elkanu. It's basically Papers, Please and This War of Mine together, but it's very good. Thank you very much for the host, and again, thank you to Hesperus, one of Elkanu's viewers, for donating this to the stream. I'll give Elkanu a few more minutes to run out. I will try and shout him out as best as I can to the rest of you, although I think the majority of people who will be watching tonight will be from Elkanu's channel anyway. But for those of you who have not followed him already, I know I always have to put a little extra effort into this because he does cast in a language which is usually different from my own viewers, but you absolutely must check him out. He is an incredibly entertaining caster, both in his sense of humor and also the breadth of the games that he plays. If you need any convincing, I can certainly continue to say that he's given me lots of games to consider buying, and he's definitely sort of shown me some stuff that I would have just completely not paid attention to otherwise. And he's shown the fun in some games, which maybe I was in danger of overlooking. If you need any more convincing to watch this stream, or at least give it a shot, even though it's not in your primary language, you will be able to see on my Twitter feed there's a clip from his Resident Evil HD playthrough, and I think that gives you a good idea of the entertainment that you can get out of that. I had a good time with it. I know Jess enjoyed it as well. Yeah, he's a wonderful guy. I will take a minute to shout out both Elkanu, so you can click on his name. And then for those of you who are stopping by and are interested in buying this game, if you follow this ChronoGG link, you'll be able to get the game 35% off. I believe it's $6.50 US at the moment. And if you use that link instead of the ChronoGG website, it'll cost the same, but it will go to support a very dear friend of mine, Jesse Quells. So it's the main reason why I'm doing this, actually, because this interesting game is available at a deeper discount. So anyways, without further ado, let's jump into the game. Now I believe they've added this trainee mode after the fact. So this is called Thaw Period in the State, Reduced Key Costs and Increased Income. Apparently Government Elite is the original game, and it says here, experience the original game atmosphere with difficult choices and challenges. So I think I am going to do Government Elite. I haven't tried the game on Trainee yet, but again, games aren't fun because you always win them. Games are fun because they give you a challenge. And here we go. Thank you very much for that auto host, The Rambler 146. Now, I could read this out, but actually this game will read the article to me, or will read the letter to me as soon as I hit any key, so.
Dear Karl Stain, we are happy to announce you've been appointed a landlord of the Class D apartment block on Krushwitz 6. You must arrive there immediately and start working.
Hello, Jesse Quill.
You and your family are given an apartment on the first floor.
Hello, Jesse Quill. Ah, God! Sorry, guys.
The experimental medicine you've been injected with during the medical checkout suppresses your need for sleep.
Hello, Jeff DeHeff.
Thus, you will be able to spend more time serving your motherland.
Starbright Knight, thank you very much for that, host.
Welcome to the elite official rank. Ministry of Allocation.
All right, hello OCS1 Spectre, how are you doing? It's a wonderful turnout for tonight. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting me tonight. I can't promise a very long cast tonight because I really do need to get some sleep. But I thought, especially because Beholder is on sale right now, I've already used the command inside the cast, but if you want !game, if you'd like the link, what this will be doing is supporting Jesse Quill, who, as you can see, is my mod. A very dear friend of mine, a wonderful caster. She's currently partnered with ChronoGG, and what she does is she'll stream some of the games that they put on, but of course, I figure I might as well tell you guys a special deal that's going on where I can. I got a chance to play this game a little bit. Had a really good time with it. Now, I think what I'll do, just by way of introduction, I sent ChronoGG a tweet about this, and they kind of said that they were going to work on it, and I don't know if that was lip service or they've sort of missed the boat. But here's what you would have read if you got the email for this sale. And this is why I sort of feel the need to stream it and try and show you guys what this game is like. So subject heading, so you want to be a landlord? Beholder is only $6.50 today, with some emojis. Beholder. Greeting, potential employee. In honor of our glorious leader and all his shining might, we have prepared a brief personality quiz that will determine whether or not you're a good fit for the state-appointed position of apartment building landlord, in all capitals. Answer truthfully or be shot, but do try to have a good time. Note, this questionnaire has been written in a more familiar style, so you'll feel comfortable with answering the questions. Have fun. So, you chill to do a little spying or nah? 2. Yeah, because we're gonna ask you to do a grip of spying. 3. To us, spying sometimes means breaking into someone's house with no justifiable cause. Can you get down on that vibe? 4. Do you think it'd be cool to steal stuff from your tenants and use it for blackmail, or just sell it off for cash if you gotta make ends meet? Parenthetical. It's okay if the answer is yes, but you gotta be in there on both fencing and blackmail if it is. Close parenthetical. 5. Are you a big people person? What about if they're way poorer than you and our government blames them for its problems? What if it's you or them? Would you really be so stupid as to risk your own neck for a couple of strangers who are probably up to no good anyway, at least as far as we tell everybody? 6. Are you in or out on contraband? Just so you know, it's pretty chill to be all about it these days, and if you find anything, could you report it to us? Or would you report it to us? What if you can keep it? Even if it's really dangerous? Yeah? Cool, cool. 7. We're probably going to put our screws on you too. If that's cool, can you live with that? 8. Would you pay $6.50 for a game about this? Doesn't that sound like a killer value? It does, right? Yeah, that's right, it does. Does. Anyways, that's it. Place your completed form on the desk as you leave the room. We'll get back to you about your application in 4 business days. Freedom. Love, the government. Now, there's a bit of me... So, I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, I am a big stick in the mud, right? My coworkers at my nation's statistical agency think I work too hard and I read too many textbooks. So this is what they're dealing with, okay? I appreciate that there is a little bit of a gradation and probably a big distance between the target audience compared to my tastes. But I am gonna say, oh yeah, I should probably pause this. But I am gonna say there's a few things which drive me a little crazy about this. Number 1, in nowhere in this does this explain what the game is as far as a genre is concerned. They have improved in the fact that the $6.50 is in the title and it's also in the ad copy. The $6.50 is like at the very end of the subject line, so if you've got like a mobile phone, you're probably going to miss the dollar value, but at least the dollar value is in the ad copy now. Now, in one sense, you could say not including the genre information and things like that, it makes you want to click the link. And I used to do that because they do actually have some fairly helpful write-ups in terms of the genres on their website. But it got to a point where I was so annoyed at having my time wasted for a completely vacuous bit of whimsy that I stopped clicking on the link. So I guess the biggest thing that drives me a little crazy about this is, 1, I've always felt that like whimsy is a seasoning, not a main course. All of their ad copy reads like this. 2, it is way too long. I usually don't read emails this long, and the only reason I read this one to you was because I knew I was going to stream the game, and I knew I was going to write this out. As I said at the beginning of the cast, if you want to know what this game plays like, cross Papers, Please with This War of Mine. Now, if you don't know either of these games, that genre isn't helpful. At which point, I would probably say it's a little bit like a job simulator, but the setting, you know, like you're effectively given some individual tasks. You need to click and manage your time well, a little bit like The Sims. And it takes place in a dystopian environment, and so if you don't perform the tasks correctly, and there's going to be this very Byzantine bureaucracy that you need to be a part of, you'll be punished for it. I'd also probably mention something along the line that the game is very story heavy, because the mechanics of this game are quite simple. But of course, the atmosphere and what's created through, you know, these small set of mechanics is what makes the game so interesting. So, I mean, I don't think Chrono GG is going to listen to any of this, but the best I could say, it's like, your genres are actually very helpful on your website. I don't know why you don't include them on your emails. And if I'm probably not going to convince Chrono GG to stop the silly in the copy, although Beholder is a very serious game about dark subjects, and so I would argue the joking approach is probably not the way to go with this. Like, could you imagine ad copy like this for a game like To the Moon, or The Beginner's Guide? Like, it would be completely inappropriate. And 3, just shorter. Like, life is too short to read this ad copy. And I get it, it's very hard to write. I probably wouldn't be able to necessarily write any better ad copy, but knowing my limitations, I would probably write shorter ad copy. But with that in mind, I know it's taken me like 15 minutes to get started, but, you know, this is what I'm trying to be the antidote for in showing you this game. Because I actually think it's really good and it's a really interesting game. So anyways, there's 10 of you watching, so let me shut up and do this game. I will do the tutorial. I don't necessarily need it, but I think it's a good way of sort of introducing you to the basics of the game. So this is your boss. Click on him to begin talking. When there is an exclamation mark by an NPC, he or she has a quest for you. You must be Carl. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Ministry of Order, I welcome you to your new position. What's going on? We're merely driving pests out of the house. It's of no concern to you. As you wish. Your predecessor was unable to cope with the easiest tasks. If a person occupying an important position can't cope with a simple task, there's only one outcome. He did that intentionally, i.e., he became an outlaw. As of now, everything your tenants do is your business. And the word everything means? The word everything means absolutely everything. You will follow their every step and document any suspicious activity. That is, if you want to earn a reputation for being a good public servant. If you're going to be a perfect beholder, document hobbies, interests, and even conversations. How can I do this? Observe and record. Surveillance cameras will help. Let's start at the beginning. Have you ever managed an apartment building before, Carl? Do you need my help? Ask for help. I need your help. I'll help you, but keep your eyes peeled and don't miss a thing. Here's your journal. It's located on the right-hand side of the screen. Scroll through the tabs and look at it. Then we'll continue our talk. Alright, so Accession is the current quest that we're on. Talk to your boss. You also see the quests listed here. This is going to be a list of the apartments. So in the basement, this is my family, my wife, my son, and my daughter. Apartment 1 has this couple over here. Apartment 2 has this devilish looking guy. And apartment 3 has an old lady and what looks like a ghost. You'll also see here that we've got apartment 4, 5, and 6. There's a little indicator of repair, but that will actually be introduced inside the game a little bit later. So, government directives. So as of the 1st of September 1984, the production of political propaganda is prohibited. And directive number 6037, as of September 1st, 1984, it is illegal to harbor criminals or hide their actions. Of course, 1984 is very deliberately chosen. And then finally, this is replies to inquiries and messages. So this will be if you submit reports to the government. Let's come back to surveillance. Set up surveillance cameras in your house to simplify your work. According to our documentation, your predecessor received 2 of them. Sorry guys, I just got to tab out for one quick second. That's all good, Jess. I think I know why. I was talking with, or not talking, but I remember this from Kitch. So anyways, find them in your office, which is to the right of this room. All right. So you can zoom out. The game actually zooms out a little bit further than this, but we currently can only occupy the basement. This is one thing I really like. So there's a little bit more, the perspective is further out, so you kind of get to appreciate the 3D environments a little bit more than this War of Mine. But as you can see, very similar sort of layout, and you can click around to make the... Oh, interesting, Jess. Thank you for letting me know that. Alright, you can search furniture, click on the desk, and then click on the magnifying glass. Or sorry, you can search furniture, click on the desk, then click on the magnifying glass. So this is a mechanic that you'll obviously be very familiar with from this War of Mine. Click on an item to see the description of it. Click the Take button to place your object in the inventory. I didn't really give you a good shout out, did I, Jess? I'll try and do that a little bit later. It's kind of like Fallout Shelter view or the view of the new XCOM base layout. Well, even the original XCOM base layout was a bit like this. The only reason why I make the comparison to... I think it may be appropriate for Fallout Shelter just because it is a game where you sort of interact directly with the environments. XCOM is a little bit harder because in the end you don't actually control your units as you move through them, so... Anyways, let's talk with Bruno again. Great, you found the cameras. Install them in the dialing hall. Follow me. Click on a smoke detector and then choose a camera to install. Click on the basket to remove the camera. Now we received a new government directive. So All apples must be destroyed. It is illegal to store or consume them. Oh, I have to install 2 cameras. You're doing fine. Here's your first reward. Spend your money on the things you need. You'll find them at the shop. You'll receive surveillance cameras as you earn reputation. Reputation points show your standing with the public. You receive them for completing tasks. You can also use them for personal gain in order to persuade the people around you to do what you want them to do. Unfortunately, I have issues to deal with at the Ministry. However, you can call me anytime from your office using your private line and ask me anything. By the way, Carl, I strongly encourage you to answer the phone. Remember, you and I serve our great people, and completing the orders of the Ministry is our bread and butter. It is also our water and air. Here's the main thing. Several tenants are at risk. Your predecessor couldn't handle things. We're hoping you'll do better. Just tell me how. First of all, watch the tenants closely. File a report as soon as you gather evidence. The police will take care of the rest. Between ourselves, our great state can be very grateful to those who do their work well. The Ministry can turn a blind eye to forgery and blackmail if they help you achieve your goal. I'll do my best. I like your enthusiasm, but be slow to call our department. You can always ask your wise tutor for advice. One last instruction. The key I gave you opens every door in the building. Make sure your tenants leave their apartment before you enter it. Many citizens still think their private life is their own business. Let it be so. Now get to work. Alright. So before I call the Ministry, I'm actually going to take a minute and talk with my family. Apparently I will not because my son is sleeping, my daughter is reading a book. Wife! What, Carl? I saw the police march a handcuffed person right by me. It frightened me. Who was that, Carl? The previous building manager. He didn't handle his duties well. What a nightmare! Carl, couldn't the same thing happen to you? Don't worry, honey. I'll be a good manager. Stop reading, child! I bet she's reading, like, liberal propaganda. Ministry of Order. Your call is accepted. Hello, Carl. You've learned your main duties. Are you ready to receive a task? I am ready for a task. Establish surveillance in apartment 2. Jacob Manischek lives there. You can always buy the cameras you need at the state shop. Only enter a tenant's apartment when they're not home, and be careful. Use the mouse wheel to adjust the scale. So this is what it looks like right now. Again, I always think of this War of Mine, although obviously it seems like the more popular call is Fallout Shelter. So we're going to start by buying a camera. In this case, I only have the reputation to buy a level 1 one, but we only really need to set up 1 camera, so that'll be fair enough. And we're gonna move upstairs. I can talk with my daughter, but it's a little early. So, first thing I want to do, take a peek in the door. This doesn't look like anybody's indoors, so I'm gonna use the key. Now the main mechanic here, right, is basically you want to manage your time well. The time is on a very small level. Click on an item to see the description of it. Some items contain info about their owners. Click on the highlighted text to gather information. It will be stored in the owner's file. You earn reputation points for the info you gather. Right, so now I've gained some information on this particular individual. So when you are illegally in somebody's apartment, basically what you want to do is you want to manage your time over the tasks that you think are going to be the most profitable. Right now I don't see this guy coming anywhere near the... With a little skill, a broken bottle can be a dangerous weapon. I don't see this guy coming anywhere, right? So I can basically just sort of run through the apartment and search it as much as I want. I think what I'll probably do is if I start seeing this guy coming in, I will take the opportunity to set up my camera. And of course the game gives you the tasks on the right hand side here, so Alright. So I've succeeded in the task. Before I call the ministry, I am going to take a minute and talk with the tenants. What do you want from the archivist? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Carl. I'm the new manager of the building. Mark Rennick is a respected archivist. I have to live in this disgusting apartment. I hope you'll put everything here in order. I'll do my best. Try harder. You need this more than me. Ask about the wife. Rosa works in the cafeteria. Always in the kitchen. She loves baking buns and cakes so much. She does it for a living. I wish she didn't smell like cabbage. Alright, now he's out of his apartment, so I'm actually going to take the opportunity to do a little spying here on my own. Oh, but we've got a new tenant, so I'm going to quickly run down. And this is the guy we're actually spying on, so... What do you want? Who are you? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Carl. I'm the new building manager. Did I win a competition who says who gives a damn about the new manager? I don't care about you and your deals. Why are you sniffing around here? Don't you have anything better to do? It's my duty to look after the building. Watch yourself. It's not as though nothing bad could happen to your family. Both games are excellent, OCS Inspector. Although I would say, actually, sorry, I was referring to This War of Mine and Papers, Please. Fallout Shelter, I'm a little less familiar with. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do here is just get the evidence that I can. And it's mostly just because this kind of evidence is going to more or less be permanent about this. Alright, so I missed a chance to talk with Klaus and his wife, although it does look like they're out of their apartment. No, his wife went back, so... Now, of course, there's nothing saying that this can't change when, you know, when they go into their apartment. They may take or leave certain items. So, but again, any information that I find inside their apartment right now means that I'm going to be able to, sort of get an idea of what their deal is. You can always gain new information of people, but you, Alright, she is coming back home, so I want to be quick about this. Oop. Okay, I gotta run out of here. If she comes upstairs and I was still there, then she would know that I was sneaking around her apartment. And I'll take a minute to knock on the door. I've got one more tenant I can talk with before... Okay, she was going to the kitchen anyway, so it's not as big of a deal. I'm just going to take a chance to do some dialogue with people. Alright, so it seems like there's nobody inside the apartment. Oh, I've already talked with the archivist, actually. So we will talk with the archivist's wife, and then we'll talk with my son, and hopefully my daughter next. Good afternoon. Hello, miss. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Carl, the new building manager. My name is Rose Rennick. It's nice to meet you. You must have met my naughty husband. We have a son too. He's just like you, but he lives in the capital. Our dear boy has become a boss. I haven't seen him in a long time. So long ago. Mark has been working in the archives his entire life. He likes his job. He deals a lot with a lot of papers, but not many people. He spends his vacation in the company of his fishing rod. Let me know if you have any problems. Yes, Father? I don't like your new job, Father. Your boss is nasty. Do you like eating good food and studying at the university? Wear new clothes? Maybe you'll support us then? I'll try to find a job. I'll study and work at the same time. I hope so. I hate the mines, Father. I'd rather die than work as a slave. Oh, sorry, I already did that one. Talk about the mines. Have you changed your mind about being a miner since 5 seconds ago? I hate the mines, Father. I'd rather die than work as a slave. Have you rehearsed that line, son? Ask about the news, about studying at the university. I haven't missed a single class. To be honest, I didn't think that you could secure a place in the university for me. Be a diligent student, son. That place cost a lot. I won't let you down, Father. Ask about a place in the university. I swear I'd escape if I were sent to a mine. I hate the mines, Father. Keep your cool. I've told you 100 times that working in the mines is hard but well respected. About household chores. I'm trying to help around the house. I played with Martha recently. You're a disappointment, son. Will you play with me? Not now, Martha. Do you like our new home? I like him very much. He's big. And you? I like him too. We have 3 rooms. We used to have just 1. Moreover, we have a TV. Will they take our TV, Dad? No, honey. Nobody will take it. Patrick says they sometimes show a cartoon. Looks like I can talk. Oh, well, first of all, let's call the ministry. I can talk with Klaus in a minute. So if you ever need to know how the game works, you can actually go to this reference here. But you'll notice that the basic mechanics of the game we were sort of taught just by sort of clicking around. In the tutorial it was sufficient, and then the rest of it is more or less pretty intuitive. So here we'll dial the number. Ministry of Order. Congratulations, your first task was a success. You were rewarded $500 and 50 reputation points. According to our sources, Jacob Banashek is violating state directives. Spy on him using the surveillance cameras. When a camera detects a tenant doing something illegal, the action icon changes color. Click on the icon to add the evidence to the dossier. Attach the evidence you gather to your report. Bingo. So this is actually a directive that changed just at the time that I enabled the mission. So on September 2nd, 1984, the production of drugs was prohibited. So we will report. Here, you write the report. You do get penalized if you do it incorrectly. So Mr. Jacob Banashek, who lives in apartment 2, he has violated Directive 6040, which was created on the 2nd of September 1984. Finally, to attach the evidence, you click on the person. I don't believe I can add, yeah, the information doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. I suppose I could profile him, but we'll send it off. Report the tenant Jacob Banashek sent. The police went to the apartment to inspect it. I want to talk to this man. Hello. Hello, my name is Clarl. I'm the new building manager. My name is Klaus Schimmer. You'll manage the building that used to belong to my family. The previous manager had already turned it into junk. I hope you can fix this. I'll do my best. Oop. Did the house belong to you? That's right. It used to belong to my family. I wanted to turn it into a boarding house for gifted children, but it was converted into a residence hall instead. This isn't so bad. You haven't seen the living quarters on level D. You're right, our situation could be worse. At least we're free. One can play chess at Liberty. This is expensive. Alright, let's watch the police do their work. Wham! Wham! Welcome to the United States in 2017, friends. That's some good public servanting, public servant. The reason why drugs were made illegal, you get news every day. The son of the miners' trade union leader was found unconscious after criminals reportedly pumped him full of drugs. He's being treated and rehabilitated at the hospital. The Ministry of Order advises citizens to be alert and interfere with any attempts to manufacture and spread drugs. Remember, your child could be next. And if you check the back... The voice of truth. Drugs are a huge... Whoa, 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 whoa. Apparently, the Daily News changed. So, the Ministry of Truth has noticed a rising interest in philosophy books, including the works of Paul Williams, who died a century ago. His writings describe obsolete ideas that have been proven to be unrealistic. However, they still capture people's minds. The ministry believes the notion of a society without government, in which freedom and personal choice exist, is dangerous and should be destroyed in all its forms. The Voice of Truth says, the fact that our society is capable of understanding Paul Williams' ideas en masse proves his unique talent and ability to word things simply. We should encourage interest in the great thinkers of the past if we want to progress and initiate a dialogue between the people and the state. Philosophy is nonsense. Right. So we got some money for our good work. $250 for the arrest. Now, I keep forgetting his stuff actually gets put into a big box that we can collect. So we will take all of this. Probably just sell it, to be honest, but... And as you can see, there's some new directives that have been introduced. So the trick here... Hey, Armor 87. Sorry, I know that was a whisper. Hello, secret person. So you have to pay to repair an apartment, and then you can pick a tenant. So in this case, a famous cardio surgeon looking for a long-term rental, guaranteed to be a decent tenant, or Jones Popenedo, who will rent a cuddy for a couple of weeks. In this case, I think I will go for the decent tenant. You know, I actually probably have enough... Oh yeah, I have enough money to repair another one, so... We'll move Jones Popenedo in there and hope we can find another tenant in the meantime. Alright, so next up, they'll be moving in. There's not a whole lot for me to do, so I'll just pick up the ministry phone and dial the number. Ministry of Order. Congratulations, your task was a success. As a reward, we are transferring the following sum to your account. $1,000 and 250 reputation. Remember, if you miss a call from the Ministry of Order, you'll be fined. You must be in your apartment at all times and answer the phone when it rings. Even if you're dying, do you understand? Yes. You got rid of the violator. Now survey your tenant's opinions on Shimmer. Find out what other people think about him. Document his characteristics after you're done with the survey. Get to work. Alright. So you've actually got a couple of things here. So there's trust and care. I haven't been paying much attention to my family lately. I should talk with them. How you doing, Armor 87? Sorry for breaking radio silence. Now before I do this, actually, let's talk. What do you want from the archivist? Ask about Klaus Schimmer. I want to ask you about Klaus Schimmer. Why do you want to know? Give a vague reply. I don't know anything you don't know. Moreover, curiosity is a terrible sin. I had a coworker who was always poking his nose into other people's business and documents. Ask what happened to him. He was sent to jail. You've learned more than you have to. Goodbye, young man. Do I have to say welcome Armor 87th of his name? Alright, so what I'm going to do is trust and care, which is actually looking after my family here. Again, very similar to Papers, Please in this sense. What, Carl? I need your help, honey. I can't find a big enough saucepan. I searched every nook and cranny, and I have no idea where it is. Maybe someone stole it. Should we call the police? Call the police because of an old saucepan? Don't even think of this. You must have left it in our old house. If you say so, can you ask the tenants about the saucepans? I hope they won't reject the new manager. I'll make a compete for Martha and bring it back. Okay, I'll ask the neighbors about a saucepan. Will you play with me? Not now, Martha. What happened, sweetheart? Something bad happened, Dad. I lost Naira. It's nowhere to be found. Who's Naira? It's my doll. It's my favorite doll, Dad. Will you help me find it? You scared me, Martha. Where did you last play with it? At home. Naira is too small to walk outside. Find her, please. And I can't talk to my son yet. Oh, there's my son. Patrick! Too educated for blue-collar work, eh, son? Yes, Father. Do you need anything? I have an issue, Father. What do you want? Economics classes have started, and we were given a list of books to read. The books I need for school. I stopped by the bookstore, and they don't have any of these books. I heard I could get a used one on the market, but they cost a fortune. Can you ask your friends? Perhaps someone you know has these books. You talk to wise people. I'm thinking about what I can do for you. Which girly voice? Jess. Alright, so I've got my new tenant here. I kind of want to talk with him to find out what his deal is. And again, I want to make sure I'm able to sort of search houses where I can. This guy's single, so I'm actually going to be able to look in his house right away. But I sort of want to make sure... How would you know, Jess? Alright. Hello! I'm here to introduce myself. I'm Carl, the landlord. I'm honored. I'm Dr. Aloysius Shepak, a physician. You must have heard about me. The entire city did. Of course I heard. Please don't praise me. I was just doing my duty. Just doing my duty. That's great. Let me know if you need anything. Oh, what problem could I possibly have? Nothing. You're very busy. How's it going? Oh, busy, busy, busy. Patients fight over me. Are you a doctor? That's the real one, don't you doubt it. I can cure even a healthy man. I'd say especially healthy. Any education? Are you kidding? I've dedicated my life to treating people. Your doubts hurt me. Sorry, this is a demanding job. How can you, dear? Here's a good way for you to relax. Just be reasonable. He gave me whiskey for that, by the way. Hello. Ask about Klaus Schimmer. Dearest Carl, I'm happy to see you. How are you doing? And how is the family? Everything is fine, thanks. I wanted to ask about... So much joy. That's a rare thing nowadays. I'm soothing myself, Aloysius. I'm here to talk about... Aloysius, you can't keep worrying about this whole world. The state takes care of us. About your neighbor. But no, I keep worrying about our neighbors. I mean all people. You know... Oh, sorry, I get carried away. What did you want to talk about? About Klaus Schimmer from apartment 1. I just moved in here, dear. I haven't even met all of my neighbors yet. I'm sure they're all great people, and your Strauss Healer is a great man too. Klaus Schimmer. Of course. If only dear Mr. Schlimmler spoke less. Smoking kills. Let's take a quick peek. This doesn't look like anybody's inside. I could actually probably use this as an opportunity to find out what's going on with him. Whoa! Wife's coming in. Hello. Hello, my name is Carl. I'm the new building manager. It's nice to meet you. I'm Maria Schimmer. Did you bring your family here? We just moved in. It would be nice to meet you. How is your husband doing? He looked upset. He doesn't feel well. He received a parcel containing a reel of film. Klaus likes taking photos. This will cheer him up. We haven't found out what happens if we get caught yet. Hello. Ask about the saucepan. Can you do me a favor? Can I borrow your saucepan? My wife wants to make a compote, but we lost our saucepan while moving in. I have a suitable saucepan. Here it is. Thank you. We'll bring it back. There's no need for this. My husband and I live alone. We don't touch this. Please accept this as a housewarming gift. Good afternoon. Ask about Klaus Schimler. I want to ask you about Klaus Schimmer. Does he bother you? He's a person of worth. He helped me acquire a nice bottle of Xerxes. He's an expert in wine, unlike my grandpa. Okay, so I want to get a quick idea of what Mrs. Schimler's going to do before I go into the house. What do you want? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Carl. I'm the new manager of the apartment building. Jones Popinendo, bosun on the coal barge 23487. I'm preparing for a long trip. We're sailing abroad. While I work as a trainee for the Outside Affairs Committee, I'll live in your cell. What kind of training? This training is obligatory for everybody who travels abroad on business. We're taking an anti-propaganda training. Are you alone? Yes, I live alone. Ask about the trip abroad. You're leaving our house soon. Do I have that right? Yes, we're about to leave. The barge is ready. We're waiting for the Outside Affairs Committee to instruct the crew. Where are you heading? Through the bay to the south and then to the Njol Sea. Have you been to Cher? No. The city? This is the largest trade port city. It's had free governance for over the last decade. We'll stay in the port for a week to unload coal and take walks. Let's see then. Alright. So... I've got the profile of Klaus Schimler. I would still like to search his apartment before I go any further, but I believe his wife... Oh, nope, his wife's making soup, so now's a perfect time to get a little bit of snooping in. I just got to keep an eye on where she is, and I'm actually going to start in the back and work my way out, just so I can minimize the distance to the door. Alright. Oh! Klaus is coming! So, I'll take a peek, and yeah, I would have been hooped there. So instead, I will take a minute and see what's going on in the sailor's apartment. You don't like the term hooped, Jesse Quill? I'd read all of the dialogue for the different items, but it's obviously a little it's a little tricky just because it's time sensitive. I'm also kind of curious what happens if I profile somebody before I Alright, let's buy some cameras to set up in his house. Oh crap, he's on his way. It's gonna be tight. There we go. Now he has an exclamation mark over him, so I'm gonna take a second to... Hey! What do you want? Special offer. I have a deal. Times are hard. Everybody's doing their best. I have canned fish. You know everybody around here. Find me a buyer and I'll pay you generously. Ask about the quality of the food. What kind of canned food is it? Good or the usual muck? It's the best quality. It's imported from abroad. It'll sell like hotcakes, but it's not safe for me to go to the market. I want to sell them quietly, without drawing the attention to myself. I found some canned food in the hold. Nobody used them. Rule 1 on the barge. If it's not nailed down, it doesn't belong to anyone. So I took as many as I could carry. Agree. Deal. I'll try to sell you your canned food. Wonderful. Here's a crate with 50 cans. The wholesale price is 50 per can. You can sell them for $100 a piece at the market. So crate costs 3,000. You give me 3,000 and then sell it all. Whatever you make above the 3 grand is yours to keep. Did you note my generosity? $50 cans of questionable fish. Alright then. Let's take a quick look at the directives. Illegal to use foreign currency. Let's knock to see what's going on. I also need to find Martha's doll, but obviously we've been trying to sort of navigate what's going on here. Hello. You're an educated person, Klaus. Where can I find textbooks on economics? The university gave my son a list of books to read, but none of the stores carry them. The library is an option, but the line is always really long. Oh, the issue with the library is well known to me. It's not just the line, the library workers also have to like you, otherwise they'll send you away without any explanation. But I can help you. I have a few books from when I worked for the counting bureau. I'd be happy if they helped your son study. Everybody should pursue a higher education. Too bad few people agree. You saved my son. Thank you, Klaus. And not only my son, but my wallet, too. All the best, Carl. Alright. Yes, Father? Have you found out anything about the books, Father? Here are your books. Wow, I'll get right back to... I'll get to work. I never even dreamed of such wealth. I might not go to the rat's nest after all. To the library, I mean. Right. So I gained reputation for that. Wife! I don't see her. Yep, there's the doll. I should actually probably be taking a look around in my own apartment. Oh, there's my wife. Okay, well, Anna doesn't want to talk to me, so let's see if Lady Shimmer is in the house. Yes, the Zeds indicate somebody's sleeping. Ah! Whoa! Alright, so I've got an armed tenant. What, Carl? Have you found the saucepan, Carl? I've prepared everything for the compote. Yes, Maria Shimmer from Apartment 1 saved us. Spare no sugar for the compote. By the way, I have no idea how to say the say this word. It looked like water last time. It looks like water because we have neither sugar nor apples. It's not my fault that you couldn't get a provision card for sugar. Cheer up, sweetheart. We now have enough sugar. Alright. We've got a tenant eating, so I can sort of afford to sneak into his apartment. Actually, I can also finish setting up cameras in the sailor's place. Ah, damn it. So he says he's going to the fridge. I want to see if he's actually heading out the front door, though. Dumbbells do not lie idle. Oh, he's heading upstairs. Alright, so let's mess around with the sailor man's apartment. Alright, I think Klaus is in his house. I think I'm gonna buy a big camera for this corner. Ah, crap. He's coming back. Oh, get out of there! Not suspicious at all. Alright, I'm pretty sure everybody's outside of Klaus's house now. Yep. Alright, so it looks like, I think it's Aloysius. We've got some information from him. I think I'm going to buy some cameras and set myself up here as well. Again, the aim here is just to try and get as much information I can from the static objects. Whether or not things change is, you know, is another matter. But if I'm able to build a good profile, I get paid more. So, and I think I already looked through this stuff. So, she wants to read. Okay. Oh, and I can get my daughter her doll. Hey, daughter. All right. Well, so much for that. So instead, I'm going to write a report on Mr. Shimmer. You close in the house with a mouse? No mice in this game, Jeff DeHef, but I like where your head's at. All right. Mr. Klaus Schimmer, living in apartment 1, is a boy. He lives with Maria Schimmer, and he is a tobacco salesman. If you're wondering where I got that from, it's right here. He's a chess player, a smoker, a photographer, a wine enthusiast, and he paints. Call the ministry and report completion of the task. So I want to take a quick look. Ah, good. So I've got some space here for snooping. So in this case, I'm going to try and set up some of these cameras again. Let's go for the level 2s. Actually, yeah, I'll put the level 2s in this smaller room, but I think I should do some level 3s in the other place. I think there's enough of a gap. It's actually a little bit like Winston Smith's little gap that he has as an apartment right here. What are we looking at in this apartment? Yeah, so those have got to be big cameras. Alright, and I gotta hurry up because Klaus is on his way back. Actually, you know what? I'm getting out of here. There's no way I can set that up in time. So let's knock on the door and say, oh, hang on. Let me see what I can sell to, my compliments. Talk about the canned food. Do you need imported canned food? The price is 50 cans for 4,000. That's imported? Then why are the cans dented? I'll take it. It's always in demand. Come back tomorrow. I'll give you the money then. Wait, I want to sell you stuff. My compliments. Trade. What are you selling today? Take a look. Alright, got nothing I really want to buy. I can sell... I think I'm going to sell all the crap, to be honest. I'm just going to sell the stuff from the guy who got arrested. Alright, Maria's asleep, so I can't do much about that. I wonder if he'll still give me his quest thing when he, Yep. Hello! Do you want to talk? I have a request, a very private one. I'm all ears, Aloysius. Due to the demands of my profession, I have no time for personal matters. Saving people 24/7 is my civic duty. I know it's hard to believe that looking at me, but I'm very shy around women. I'm confused and blushing, and every inch of my extremely gifted self is sweating profusely. What can I do? Get you some deodorant? Your wife is amazing, Carl. You clearly know a lot about dealing with women. I'm lonely. Find me a woman, Carl. She'd be a good woman to have in the bedroom and in the kitchen. The Ministry of Truth has noted the rising interest in philosophy books, including the works of Paul Williams, who died a century ago. His writings describe the... Oh, we've already read this. But, young, pretty, socially active girl would like to meet well-to-do man for a serious relationship. Call 237-451. Where is my kid? I'm a terrible father. Oh, get out of bed, damn it! Ministry of Order. It's time to act, Comrade Carl. You must evict Klaus Schimmer. Ask about Schimmer's wife. What will happen to his wife? We don't care about her. Do what you think is best. Ask about eviction methods. How can I evict Schimmer? Talk with Schimmer. We'd be fine with him moving out. It would be better if you report him when he violates our directives. That is your duty, Comrade Carl. I understand. Talk with you later. Alright. So I gotta find a way to give him the old heave-ho. Also, I gotta find out when my daughter gets out of bed. Also, I can't see whether or not Sailor Bro is still asleep. Yep, nope, he's still there. Do you have a dignified lady for the doctor in apartment 2? What do you take me for? Do you think this is a brothel? I have to go. Go ahead. Young people always have a lot to do. Hey, there's my daughter. Don't mind me, lady. Will you play with me? Not now, Martha. What's your doll's name? I miss Naira so much. Will you find her? I already found her. Here she is. Thanks, Dad. I thought of a great game. Want me to tell you about it? Naira will be a miner buried under the rubble, and I'll be the rescuer. What a game. Maybe you better play with your letter blocks. I'll build a coal mine out of letter blocks. Good afternoon. Do you have a dignified lady for the doctor in apartment 2? I have a niece who's an excellent marriage material. She's as smart and beautiful as I was in my youth. Alas, she doesn't live in our city. I can send her a telegram and invite her to my place. Let him come. I'll introduce her to him. Let me know if you have any problems. Oh, get back here, damn it. Open up! Yo, found you, bitch. Hello. Any preference? Who would you like to meet? Anyone. I found a girlfriend for you. Who is she? Just kidding, I didn't find you a girlfriend. Rosa Rannick's niece. I can't wait to meet her. She should visit her aunt soon. That's great. What a relief. I will soon no longer be lonely. Alright. So I guess I gotta find a way to get rid of Klaus. I mean, he might just wind up breaking a law. Might be lucky there. Oh, another exclamation point. Wife! What, Carl? What happened? Martha's sick, Carl, and we have no medicine at home. Can you find some aspirin for our girl? I waited in line forever, only to find out that I needed a prescription. Of course I'll find him. Do you have any news about Martha? No, it's just a fever, but I don't like how she feels. Hello? Tell me straight, Carl. Did you receive an assignment to spy on me? You must be more careful, Comrade Klaus. I'll get right to the point. I've received an order to evict you from the building. What? They want to evict me from my apartment? That's unthinkable. If I could, I would have left this pokey hole a long time ago. Well, my problems shouldn't bother you. Thanks for the warning. What are you going to do? Let's offer him help. I want to help you. Why don't you leave the city? This is suspicious, Carl. Why would you care about me? Insist on it. I'm not asking out of curiosity. I want to help you. I'm being hunted. It's hard to believe that anyone is interested in my troubles. I was sent to the tobacco shop, to that tiny wooden booth near the fish market. They took my absentee certificate. Without it, I'm stuck here. You understand. What's an absentee certificate? You should know such things, Carl. This is a document you need to either enter the strategic facilities or leave the city. Railway stations, ports, and roads with checkpoints are all closed to me. Why don't you take it? You won't believe me. I received a response from the ministry. The documents were sent to the archives for a data update. They said I could obtain them there. I went to the archives. They said there are no documents left. I spent a week in line to see an inspector about submitting a detection application. 2 months later, I'm told that they used the wrong form for my application, and they were out of the one I needed. Damn it! You mean the documents are lost in the archives? Yes, the documents are in the archive. They say it's a ploy to drive visitors crazy. I don't know if that's a joke or not. The Ministry of Distribution has clean hands. There's nothing we can do about the archives. Let's see what I can do about your absentee certificate. Nice mission name, Papers, Please. Alright, so the archivist seems like the best bet as far as that one's concerned. I don't have a lot of hope for accomplishing stuff inside this home, to be honest, but let me just double check he's not sleeping. Yep, we're good. Oh, imported soda is prohibited. I think we saw some in his apartment. Aha! Bingo! Alright. I'm gonna rat this guy out and keep the money for myself. Alright. So let's profile him first. We've got Mr. Jones Papandeo living in apartment 4, was it? Yeah. He's a boy. He lives alone. Coal barge bosun. And wait. There we go. Violated directive number 6044 from the 9th of September 1984. Excuse me while I buy illegal things. My compliments. Take the money for the canned food. I'm waiting for my money. $4,000 as agreed. Your canned food isn't selling well. It's hard to get rid of. I've made no money. Here's an envelope with almost half of the money. So say thank you even for this. Oh, well, I got lucky there. What are you selling today? Take a look. I know I'm going to need one of these candies later. I'm going to buy an apple just in case I need to set someone up. And aspirin. Oh! Hello, dear. Hello. What do you want? Hello, I'm Celery Weddermarch, the Rannoch's niece. I'm here to meet the doctor. I have nowhere to stay, so I'll be living here. In which apartment does Aloysius live? I can't let you go to Aloysius, Lest. We need to talk first. Stay here. Where would I go? I have nowhere to stay. Oh, let's talk to the archive dude. Talk about how to help Shimmer. Do you work in the archives, old man? What is it to you? You know this even without me. I need your help. One good man can't obtain a document from the archives. Who are you talking about? The documents of good people aren't taken to the archives. Don't feed me a line. Tell the story of Klaus Shimmer. I'm talking about Shimmer from the apartment 1. Or from apartment 1. He fell from grace with the state. They took his absentee certificate and now he's stuck here. I don't like him. He works in the tobacco shop, but he's never given me tobacco for free. He behaves like this and speaks rudely because he's afraid. Help me. Help me bring his absentee certificate. They can't live without it, understand? Deal, but you owe me a bottle of whiskey. I won't be able to access the confiscated documents without it. Well, fortunately, I have one. God damn it! Hold still, you old coot. You bring me the whiskey, bring me... Here's the bottle. Good choice. Okay, I'll get the paper. Come back later. A lot to do in this game. Alright. Let's watch the magic happen. Ha ha! Wait, you already found the... You found the soda. Yes! Yes! Beat him! Beat him! Hehehe. He's crying. Hello. Good day, Aloysius. Do you have any aspirin? Why does everyone like those pills? Can you obtain these medications? It breaks my heart to say this, but no. But I have no right to prescribe or receive medication. You have to go to the hospital, or trade with those who don't need it. There's a woman at your doorstep. She says she came to see you. Hey, Bloggin' good to see you again. Actually, let's take a minute here. I know you were looking for the Discord, and my links kept dying every half hour. So I'm going to remedy this right now. Sorry to put the cast on hold, guys, but this will probably be something that benefits you as well. So for those of you who would like to join the Discord, there it is. That link will be open for 30 minutes. That's the default with which these links expire on Discord. And then, I don't know, you guys can share your relative Discord links amongst each other if you are so inclined. But I know it's been a little tough to get in touch, Bloggin'. I hope things are going well with you. I'd love to see you casting again, if you get a chance. But it's always been a pleasure to see you on Twitter and to chat. Actually, maybe it's worth mentioning. Jess is actually here. Let's do the shoutouts for, or well, I guess you guys can shout yourselves out. But Bloggin' and Jess are both casters who have been here a while. Bloggin' definitely focuses a little bit more on the adventure-style games, so the Telltale sort of stuff, which is exactly what Jess was doing this morning as well. So it's a nice little complement there between the two of them in terms of basically the similarity in material that they cover. Obviously, Jess is a much of bigger variety caster. I say variety caster, but she's been doing Dead by Daylight recently, and Bloggin' has been having a bit of a break from casting. But as I always say, those are the casters who I really, suggest doing the follow for, because if you don't know when they're going to be coming up next, then it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to run in them when they do return. And certainly Bloggin' has been a very wonderful member of the community, and one who has actually been here since we started playing Life is Strange, which I really enjoyed. We'll just keep playing and playing while saying the name of our Lord and Savior. Alright, anyways. Really? That's strange, but let's see. She's sweeping the sidewalk for me because she doesn't have a home. Alright, let's go. What, Carl? Chocolates, candy. I talked with our neighbors, Carl. They're really nice. It's your birthday! Excellent, Bloggin'. I didn't know you didn't own it, but happy birthday to Bloggin'. That's excellent. That's a really... I guess that means you're going to be playing that on stream sometime soon then, correct? I was told a man in the top hat walks near the house occasionally. You can buy some things from him. What things? Antiques? Don't you have enough things? Listen to me first. You never listen to what I tell you. Don't get so steamed. I didn't want to offend you. You're the master of bringing people down. Sometimes I think I live with... What did you say about the trader? They say he's selling new household supplies. The old woman on the second floor showed me the perfume soap she bought from him last month. I didn't have anything like that now, but you can take a look at our other useful items. Why is he wearing a top hat? Is he a magician? How on earth would I know if he's wearing a top hat? Stop bothering me with your silly questions. You're loafing around the house doing nothing, and I've cleaned the floor. The least you could do is go buy sweets for our daughter. Alright. Oh, sorry guys, I should have read this, but I'm trying to end the grim music, because it's supposed to be a little shorter. How's Martha? Have you found aspirin, Carl? Martha is worse. Yes, take this. I hope this is just the flu. Everyone is sick these days. Thank you. I think she'll feel better for a couple of days. Alright. Good afternoon. Let me know if you have any problems. That's great to hear, Bloggin'. You can count me in for your Life is Strange stream. I especially want to see the differences in your in sort of your decisions than what I wind up with. So. Oh yes, Jess is excellent at this stuff. So if you need. Okay, so we lost the apartment again. Whenever you have the police come in, you have to do the repair. Got $250 for that. So it is worth mentioning, of course, that it costs $500 to repair the apartment. So if you basically just get someone kicked out, it's actually a loss for you. But in our case, of course, we had the danger that he was going to want to collect on money that we couldn't pay him with. So, all right, nobody wants to move into the building, so too bad for us. All right, Archivist is back, so let's see if he's got some papers for us. We still have 216 hours to fulfill the orders, so... All right, apparently he's got nothing for us. What I might wind up doing is setting up some more cameras around the area just to see if I can maybe catch some people. Alright. What, Carl? Martha feels worse, Carl. The aspirin didn't help. She needs a doctor. Find a doctor. Don't you want to take Martha to the doctor? It's 7 a.m. over here. You woke up, checked your mail, and saw the notification that you're streaming. Oh my goodness. That's a very high compliment. I hope you get... I guess you can't really get sleep if it's 7 a.m. I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer. This game is currently on sale on ChronoGG. If you guys are interested, !game would be... that's the link. Just to let you know, if you have... sorry, like, I don't think I quite understand that last message you sent. You can obviously buy this game just straight up on ChronoGG with the 35% off, but I do want to take the second here and mention the link that's inside the chat there, because Jessie Quill is in fact partnered with ChronoGG. She does sort of promotion for them. She'll play the games. And so you can pay the same, but a little bit of that money will be sent back to her if you just do decide to buy the game through here. Personally, I'm quite interested in this. I mean, I liked This War of Mine. I also really like Papers, Please, and it's safe to say that this is a pretty good hybrid of the two of them. But I don't know. I think especially for $6.50, it's worth it. I was given a copy by Hesperus, so obviously I didn't necessarily have to pay. But it was something that I was actually kind of considering. I think I'd put that on my wish list. So I suspect probably if I hadn't been donated the game, I actually would have wound up buying it on this ChronoGG deal. So personally, I think $6.50 is a very reasonable price for this, and I can say that ChronoGG is a company that does partner with the developers, so it's not kind of one of these gray market sites like not Green Man. Well, Green Man is actually a little bit like that, but like G2A. Obviously, G2A is something that will harm developers, if not the individuals who have their credit cards stolen and keys thrown on that as well. So ChronoGG is one of these nice sites where you can get a game at a lower price, but know that it's actually been partnered with the developer. And it's actually some developers that I really like that have partnered with them on some things, such as Paul Taylor's company, Mode 7, and of course Beholder Now. So anyways, enough of the sales pitch. We visited her doctor already. He said to give her aspirin and to clean her nose with dish soap. With soap, Carl! How can I clean a kid's nose with soap? Find her a good doctor for her daughter. Thank you very much for the host, Bloggin' And we were actually also getting a host from Johnny Big Time a minute ago. Oh, not a problem at all, Bloggin'. It's always nice to have you here. Yes, Father. I need to talk with you, Father. What happened? I met a nice girl and want to ask her out. The first night of the Lights of Hope will take place in a couple of days. Actors from the capital arrive too. Wait, who's that girl? Andrea Gorchik. She's beautiful and smart. She likes going to the theater. I heard she wants to go to opening night. This is my chance, Father. I don't have enough money for the tickets. How much? $550. This is big money. Thank you for the host link. What do you think, chat? Let's get the people's vote. I'm gonna go get some water during this, but you guys can let me know. Should I give my son money so that he can, you know, have a chance with this milady? Should I refuse because he's a freeloader who's too good to work in the mines? He's not going to be a provider, he's just going to sponge off of his dad? Or should I postpone the decision, which means I'm just going to have to pull you later? While you guys are deciding amongst yourselves on the most ethical decision, I'm going to get some water. Yeah, sorry, it's not the system tap, Jesse Quill. A system tap would be something like, "Ooh, you've raised me. Here comes the water. Doom. Enjoy your water, milady." Alright. The theater is a lovely place, son. Here's the money. Thanks, Father. You're the best. Although apparently Carl was saying that. Maybe he's mocking him. Thanks, Father. You're the best. Pay $20 for flowers. Take some change for flowers. Don't forget to wash up before your date. One shouldn't go to the theater with a dirty neck. Don't tell Mom, or she'll pour an entire bottle of cologne on me. You know her. Oh. Looks like the archivist has done his work. This woman is electrocuting something, and my daughter is playing with dice. Here's your paper. Those archive rats lost it. I found it. What are you doing in there? Hello. I still can't believe you decided to help us. Any news? Take your absentee certificate. You're a free person now. Incredible! You did it! Now nothing will prevent you from leaving. I'm afraid it's not good. My wife tried to buy train tickets, but they didn't sell them to her. It seems you've been blacklisted. We must find... I believe the proper nomenclature is African American listed. We must find a way to leave the city and get as far away from it as we can. Or even leave the country. Can you help? I'll try to think of something. At least it's a blacklist and not a list of people to be executed. My gratitude knows no bounds. I have to deliver that as sarcasm. I mean, for crying out loud, just, well, at least you're not getting put up against a wall and shot, eh? I started believing in people when I met you. Okay, maybe I shouldn't give it sarcastically. Okay. Farewell, motherland! Alright, so I need to find a way of getting him a ticket. You know, probably the ship's captain would have been able to help with that. Hello! Aloysius, my daughter is sick. Can you examine her? Of course I'll examine her. By the way, Jess, I don't think I said that earlier, but thank you very much for helping out Blog and Tea with the Xbox stuff. I know Blog and Tea, for what it's worth, Jesse Quill gave me my earliest advice on streaming, and arguably still the best that I've ever received, so you're definitely in very good hands with her. It's my duty. I'm a doctor. Alright. I think we should just talk to everyone. Oops. She's on her way here, so what can we do here? I don't think there's anything new here since last time, so maybe I'll set up some cameras. I was also trying to find that soap that my wife wanted, but new message received. Okay. I've got a fairly decent amount of... crap, she's coming in. Alright, I'll set up the cameras next time. The first evening of performance of the Capital play on Love and Peace resulted in a scandal. Part of the audience left before the end. Plays should portray real people, not silly stories that have nothing to do with reality, said Bruno Rouse, head of Plant No. 1's Recreation Department. The theater administration promised to shut down the play and ensure future plays don't upset the workers. The voice of truth. Once every 3 years, great actors come to our Nowheresville and receive a cold welcome. On Love and Peace, the latest play to premiere at our local theater, was shut down when raging miners refused to watch the love story. It's hard to blame them. There's no place for feelings in the life of a common laborer, just work, quarrels, and a grocery store lines. But comrades, let's not allow slavery to take away our aesthetic sensitivity. Go to the theater. Who will work then? This country needs our labor, not shows. Son, you didn't get laid, did you? I want my $550 back. What, Carl? The TV broke, Carl. Take care of the breakage, please, or call a repairman. I'll fix it as soon as I can. Oh, Bloggin' T, I'm sorry to hear that. So, for what it is worth, now this might not be very helpful for your situation because in my own case, I got lucky, and it was actually with this community though, so I'm glad that it's the same people. But this was actually going to be the first Christmas that I didn't go to some very dear friends of mine. It's basically a Christmas tradition, and when I lived in Vancouver, I had some very good friends that I would always go to Christmas dinner with. And their parents were extremely kind, they were very gracious, it was a lot of fun, hanging out with them. And this would be the first Christmas where I wouldn't be spending it with them, and I wouldn't be spending it with my own family. Now, I'm fairly comfortable alone, so this wasn't going to be a very big deal for me. But as it happens, on Christmas Day, I did a little bit of a stream, and everybody came in, which was really nice. And then people were remarkably generous in terms of their, just in terms of the donations to the streams and things like that. And there's actually a particular batch of books which is a little bit more expensive than I wanted to necessarily buy on my own, and I was originally thinking of doing like a fundraiser on the page, but then I thought, it's a little tacky to do at Christmas, so I think I kind of mentioned it in passing, but not like as a specific fundraising attempt. Now obviously Jess was a big component in that, but people got together and did some donations, and I wound up with more than enough to get that. So it's a nice collection of 4 books by a statistician named Edward Tufte. He's a fantastic guy. I highly recommend his Twitter feed as well, because he does some great material on kind of the presentation of data. So it was very special to kind of be pushed over the edge on that just very naturally from the chat. And so that gave me definitely a very special Christmas, and so I'm glad that there's something that you got on your birthday. Even I was going to say, I won't say even if it's this community, because I'm certainly very happy with the people who stop by here. But I'm glad that we could give you a little something for this birthday. Hey, Dupalis, good to see you. Tell you what, I need to go to bed. It's already 1 a.m., so it's actually quite late for me, but how about I will keep streaming until I can finish the Klaus Schimmer story. That's my longest quest that I've got, and I figure that's a way I can sort of reasonably stretch out the stream without kind of getting reckless with my bedtime. I wish I could give you a little bit more, but we'll do our best with that, Bloggin' T, because I want to make sure that we've got something here for you, and then we'll try and find somebody good to host at the end, so you can, we can have a few people who come along and work with that. Oh, don't worry, Duke Paulus, I'm not going away yet. I'm actually extending the cast so we can have some camaraderie for our dear friend Bloggin' T. But this is definitely a cast on a day I was not going to normally cast. And I have work in the morning, so... Anyways, I will fix the TV as soon as I can. Now, this is actually subtly a little tutorial here, because we haven't really found out how to do repairs yet, but it's pretty simple, so I like this little mission just because it's an in-between sort of thing that you can do. Thanks, honey. You're a real jack of all trades. Alright. So you buy an electrician's kit, and you bang away. Kind of like romancing a woman. Sorry guys, just 1 second. Hello. Can I help you? We're so happy we decided to get married. You hear me? Aloysius is getting married. Can you imagine? I brought cruise tickets to the southern shore for our honeymoon. All thanks to you. But I have a request. I want to make Sarah a gift, but I don't know her very well. I don't even know what she likes. Can you ask around for her? Okay. I owe you. I'll definitely treat you to a slice of chicken innards pie. It's delicious. What's wrong with my daughter? I don't want to scare you, but Martha isn't well. She has a Biblisor rails in the... I have no idea what that is. In the lower half of both lungs. She needs antibiotics ASAP, and as much as I love domestic medicine, she needs the imported stuff. Local medication will only make it worse, and it's already serious. Delays could result in fatality. It's $20,000 per course. I'm sorry, but I couldn't find anything cheaper. Quotes, prescriptions, regulations. I'm risking a lot to help your baby. You asked me to find out about Sarah. No. Alright. Maybe I can get some bootleg medicine? I can sell the wad of cash for... Yeah, why not? I mean, I need the money. Only 15,000 more to go. Ah, thank you, Jesse Cole. So my daughter's basically dead. Oh, congratulations, Bloggin' T. Please give him my best. I always get to talk to you a little bit more than I talk to him, but it's always been fun. I mean, it's particularly nice when the two of you are in chat. You guys obviously have great rapport. And of course, I know this from chat, so, you know, I have to assume that the life experience is even better. But I'm really happy for the two of you. I'd love to know how that goes. Alright, I think... Oh, nope. There's sleep. I almost went into an apartment I couldn't. Who can I talk to about... Hey! Do you know what his wife likes? I want you to talk about our neighbor's new girlfriend. Sorry, but I pay very little attention to the people around me. You're useless! You're useless! Yo! What's your niece want? I want to talk about your niece. Sarah? I haven't seen her in 3 months. She lives in the same damn building as you! Doesn't she live with... Oh, hang on. Oh, I know what that means. Doesn't she live with Aloysius? She's Sarah too, but she's not mine. You mixed them up, Carl. Your Sarah isn't good enough to dust our Sarah's shoes. Our Sarah is a cut above yours. Your Sarah is no match for our Sarah. Our Sarah... I see, Rosa. That's nice. Where was it? Oh, right. She's not my niece. Wow. Then who's that lady who moved in with our doctor? You're a state worker, Carl. You've got papers, directives, and a big red phone. Can't you call someone to find that out? I see you know a lot about my job. We've seen it all, dear. It's a shame we haven't seen our Sarah in so long. That's hilarious. I'd like to talk about Sarah, Aloysius's, friend. I don't know what to say. She spends a lot of time in the kitchen. Also, she loves flowers. She recently told me that she could buy them every day. But she spends everything on groceries because she can't allow Aloysius to eat junk. Alright, that gives me what I need. Aloysius! Better give me a discount on the medicine. Open up, I know you're in there! Damn it, woman, I don't want you! It really is Bloganty. It's a rare book that, or it's a rare game that I would, like, do a late night stream for, but the stars sort of aligned for this, so. Yes, Father? Are you in trouble at the university, son? Yes, Dad. The dean has ordered us to take part in another fundraiser. It's a lot of money, and I have no idea where to get it. How much? $15,000. What? Are they crazy? Our people don't have that kind of money. If things continue to go like this, we'll have no one left to teach. Though perhaps that's the intent. We'll see what we can do. Worst case scenario, you'll get a job. This country needs miners. Very funny, Dad. Thanks a lot. Martha is sick, Patrick. We need a lot of money to save her. And who knows how long it will take. A time might come when we need more and more money. I understand, Dad. This game is miserable! Who would play this? This is like real life! He asked me to find out about Sarah. She's not Sarah. She loves flowers. I'll buy her flowers. 1,000,000 red roses. In any case, I made my decision, Carl. I'd be very grateful if you helped me with my wedding. Sarah needs a veil. I'm cheating a little bit because I've already done some of these things. What, Carl? Do you know where I can get a veil for Aloysius' wedding, darling? I have an extra curtain. I can make it. Great idea. Alright, I'm trying to see if I get any dialogue options for people that allow me to, So, new directive. It is illegal to cry or for more than 3 people to assemble outside the main square. Also illegal to possess foreign music, to wear or sell jeans, imported soda, foreign money, Paul Williams books, singing in front of the Ministry of Order, production of drugs, apples, political propaganda are all verboten. Yeah, get a boat and sail away. It would have been great if we had Sailor Man. What, Carl? Talk about the veil. Did you make the veil, honey? Here, I hope they like it. It looks like it was professionally made. Oh. You should have been a designer. I believe the game was called Oh Sir, Duke Paulus. I had a choice. Be a designer or marry you. And what did you choose? Ha ha ha. How may I help? I need $700 for utility bill. Damn it! There. Don't worry that our daughter's dying. Talk about money for marriage. What do you think about Patrick going to school, Anna? Should I give him the money? I don't know, Carl. He really wants to study, but on the other hand, he keeps talking about his girlfriend and freedom of speech. Working might make him grow up, and we could use the additional income. But that's his future. It could be better than ours. How much does he need? Poor Martha is still unwell. I understand. I'll think again. Alright, Martha. I'm gonna ask you a question. Will you play with me? Might be my last chance, Martha. Oh, not now, Martha. So, if you had to make a heroic sacrifice for your brother, or your brother had to make a heroic sacrifice for you, what would you do? How are you doing, Martha? Not too well, Dad. It hurts in my chest. It hurts a lot. It's like the sun is in my lungs. Cool, huh? Yes, sweetie. Mom keeps crying. Can you make her stop? You asked for a veil. Sarah definitely needs it. It's white and lacy. Here, what do you think? She's wonderful. Thank you. I respected you before, too. But now I'll worship you and make you my colleagues and acquaintances at the ministry, just like you. Yes, Captain Yarrow. This is one of them feelsy kinds of games with lots of... Well, I mean, it's... There's a few different ways you can do dystopia, but I think one of the things, especially if you think about why people tell stories like this, talking about the experience under Soviet rule, or I mean pretty much any unfree society, I think it's, I mean, maybe a really good example of this would be oh, Strange is being paranoid. I'm under a blanket watching because I can't find my headphones, and he was like sleepy and saying, "What are you doing? Are you saying things that are not okay?" Oh god. Sorry if I'm waking him up, by the way. Your brother and you are playing WoW right now, so I think you're cool. But I remember Jess and I were actually watching this video of people who had escaped from North Korea. And you know, Duke Paulus, one of my feelings was I'm almost frightened that there's a certain point where the people in the United States, like, this is gonna sound really almost provincial on my part, but like, it's almost like it's been too good in the United States and people just simply don't know any better. I mean, I think one of the biggest things that I would say of the state, and I mean, the game is not done by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, the big thing now is that people need to be vigilant and they need to be active more than ever. But one of the things is that for several generations now, Americans have, and a lot of, I mean, I would say this in Canada as well, we've inherited a stable and effective democracy, and don't necessarily know what it's like to fight for that, or sort of taken it for granted, and the idea that, you know, it's always going to be that way. And I mean, there's definitely stuff to be done. And I think one of the problems too is that a lot of the reactions that people are sort of having along these lines. So, I mean, you've got like the idiots, but you have to think a little bit about how a dialogue goes. So, for instance, do I think there are racial motives behind Trump votes? Yes. Do I think, as Clinton would have said, that half the electorate is in the basket of deplorables? Well, maybe, but that's definitely not an operating assumption that will help me in dialogue. If I scream at somebody, "You're a racist," at the first opportunity I get, I'm probably not going to convince them. And it's actually very important at this point to show people, especially the kind of people who the Trump administration are sort of counting on for their support or their vote, or at the very least to keep quiet during these kinds of things. It's actually very important to reach out to them and to demonstrate why they have very likely voted against their interests. And I mean, on the flip side, right? Like, it's obviously clearly the bad thinking that goes on the Republican side is well documented, right? Anybody who seriously believes that Hillary Clinton and John Podesta were running a secret, child sex slavery ring need to get their heads examined. But the big thing is that you're automatically a racist for voting for Trump is not a productive line of dialogue. And I mean, what needs to happen right now is there needs to be a very rational discussion, especially with regards to Russian involvement in the United States, or rather Russian interference in the United States electoral process, because this is a story that a lot of European countries already know about. And I just happen to think things worked, beyond their wildest dreams in the case of the U.S. But I think now more than ever, reasonable dialogue and clear-headed discussion of what's happening is very, very important to overcome the Trumpian line of thinking. Because the biggest thing that you look at, too, if you want to see how people like this operate, it is always, they will go between playing the victim and going on the attack, right? And I think more importantly, too, if you look at the way that some of the people on, let's say, the losing side, those who purport to be in support of liberal ideas are actually losing the plot very quickly. So I don't particularly care for Milo Yiannopoulos. I actually usually don't like mentioning people like him because inevitably people who haven't heard of him do a Google search. Please don't do that. You're better off if you don't know who he is. But there was some news that he basically just got $250,000 for a book deal. Now, he's a wretched person, and the book is probably going to be terrible. But the immediate reaction from people was to boycott the publisher or otherwise seek out the banning of that publication. Now, who can claim to be on the liberal side and want to see the suppression of books from the other side? This is completely missing the point. So, I mean, again, for my part, and this might make me sound a little bit more right-wing than I want to be, I have been very pleased with what I've been seeing from Evan McMullin. I think he has been doing a very good job of striking an appropriately statesman-like tone, that he has been cutting through what he considers to be the most central issues and the ones that are a little bit more like divisions that are unnecessarily keeping people apart. And likewise, I think Bernie Sanders has been holding himself very well, and I don't necessarily share a lot of his politics. But especially if you hear him talk to Trump supporters, you don't hear the "you're a racist" line. And I think, now, there's a difference in terms of how I expect politicians to behave. But as far as individual dialogue with people and how you overcome a person like Trump, it is actually through showing the better way. And I mean, the biggest, I could have told, before the whole horrible election got started, I could definitely tell you that a lot of people who fell under what would call themselves liberals were not acting in line with liberal ideas. These are the people looking for safe spaces. These are the people who are going to fall over themselves trying to tell you what you can think and making sure that if you don't think the right things and if you express the wrong idea that they're going to come for your jobs. Now that has nothing to do with individual liberty and individual human flourishing. So, anyways. Stupidity in the U.S. enabled pretty hard. I remember reading that, or I'll shut down. 20, so getting your quarter life crisis soon. Yeah, actually, Jess and I were talking about this block and tea. Chalk, can I just be president? I'm so soothing and I explain everything so well. Well, I mean, we already had FDR in the fireside chats. That's what the people... I mean, you had to deal with Hitler in the 1940s, but you also got FDR in his fireside chats. Now you just get Trump and Twitter. So... Hey, Elpoke. All right, I am not gonna get any kind of a bedtime tonight, so let's find a way to get rid of the guy. Maybe Sarah, not the real Sarah. Nope. Phantom Klepto, thank you very much for that that host. Sorry, Duke Paulus. I've since refused to use the creative category. I've just frankly been bullied too much by overreaching global mods that I am no longer going to use Twitch for anything but the strictest application of gaming. I will definitely do other stuff on other. I'll definitely do other stuff on other platforms, but I'm not doing. I've hit the this is why we can't have nice things point with Twitch, unfortunately. I know it's not in creative, but it's just like I really don't want to have to put up with that nonsense again. I realize that's hurting nobody but my audience, but you know, it's what I got. Okay, let's see if this guy maybe has some tickets to a foreign land. It's hungry, but you're hungry, but it's 7:42 a.m. and you're getting cake for breakfast. Hey, it's your birthday. Enjoy it, Dog and Tea. Okay. Yeah, I've got no idea how to get a ticket out of the... Alright. Let's compile some dossiers. Let's just start profiling people. This is Maria Schimmer. She lives in apartment 1. She is a milady. She's married to Klaus Schimmer. She is a literature teacher. She reads trashy romance, male, and masks. And we have Lucius Spack. I think he's in apartment 2. Yes, he is. He's male. Lives with Sarah. Doctor. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? Oh, wow. Aloysius is apparently, croaked. Well, daughter, you had a brief life. Now alone. Hello, wife. If you cannot agree with the doctor, Carl, I'll take Martha to the doctor. A person in line suggested this. He's a professor. Don't panic, Anna. This is no ordinary flu. This is something else. I can feel it in my bones. Well, I gave her something. I really just want to put these cameras down. Let's see if I can move anybody. Nope, can't move anybody in. Oh, this is Frame's camera? Oh, no, hang on. That's my inventory. Oh, she's probably going upstairs. Get out of there! Oh, actually, let's see what's going on with the old dude. Yeah, I got nothing I can do. I got nothing I can do about getting these guys out safely. He's probably going upstairs. Nope, maybe not. Aha! It is illegal to possess fish. Alright. Well, first we'll make a little bit of extra money for profiling Klaus. And Mr. Klaus Schimmer, living in apartment 1, has violated Directive 6042. From September 2nd, 1984. And he's reading the Verboten books! What, Carl? Martha and I paid a visit to the professor. He's a child specialist. Alright, Bloganty. It was great having you in the cast today. It looks like we are pretty much at the end of this section anyway. Have a very special birthday. I'm really happy that you're in the Discord right now. If you want to chat, obviously, I'm on Twitter. You're in the Discord. This applies to everybody, by the way. Do feel free to speak up in the Discord. It's not very active. I'm usually better at replying to things rather than initiating them. But, guys, please give a very special birthday to Bloganty. Please follow her if you haven't. She's a wonderful caster, and sounds like she's going to be doing Life is Strange soon, which I personally want to see quickly. There is a Discord, Duke Paulus. There you go. But yeah, definitely make sure she feels like a special day. I am looking forward to seeing her cast Life is Strange whenever that comes up, and the inimitable Jessie Quill will be helping her get that set up. So have a great birthday, Bloganty. It's great having you in here. Please give my best to Straight Edge. I'm really happy that the two of you are going to be moving in together. I wish you all the best, and we will see you next time. And have a very happy New Year. Things are bad, Carl. He said it's pneumonia with several side effects. She has a terrible infection in her lungs. Damn, where did it come from? I don't know. Maybe this is because we live in the basement. Maybe because of the nearby mines. What should I do? She'll need to be under the constant care of a doctor. They perform too many tests on children and use rare antibiotics. Martha might even need surgery. The professor said that he'd do everything we need for $30,000. That's a huge sum, Anna. I know, Carl. Our daughter's life is at stake. This is the police. Oh, Klaus, you chose a bad time to go home, buddy. Get out while you still can. Run. Why did you read that book, Klaus? Why? Let's watch it, everybody. Oh, no, he's going for lunch. He's safe. Where's Klaus? Are you Klaus? You are Klaus! Oh, I'll get you a new one, Duke Paulus. Thank you, Jessie Quill. Sorry, Klaus. You're going in the pokey. Still couldn't get any tickets for votes. Alright, let's do our completion report and call it for the night, I think. Actually, let's, I'll finish these profiles, I guess. I don't know, if we can get $15,000, we can save our daughter. Alright. Don't have any dirt on my wife yet. Oh yeah, I got stuff I can report about these mofos. Rosa Rannick, living in apartment 3, I think? Yeah, she's totally living in apartment 3. Oh, no, no. Guess I could try blackmailing people for the thrill. Carl Stein, we inform you that your son Patrick Stein was dismissed due to non-payment of the study fee. He has therefore been sent to the mine 3742 as a utility worker, Ministry of Distribution, and I apparently paid $2,000 for the privilege. Well, why not? It's not like I got a dying daughter. Hello. I don't know what happened. They just arrived and arrested Klaus. They beat him before dragging him away. Luggage. We've packed everything. Maria, I don't know what to say. Do you have another place to stay? I don't know. Klaus is my only close friend. How can I live without him? Time heals all wounds. I'm sure he'll be out in 2 years. Everything will be fine. I hope so. Anyway, I'll wait on the court and then make my decision. I won't stay in this apartment any longer. They beat him. I saw it with my own eyes. I understand. You'd better leave. Well, I don't want her to leave with her stuff, so let's just, quickly. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in there in time. War talk is prohibited. Alright, I need to set up some more cameras, I think. Alright. Let's just take a look and see what I can do as far as setup. Got anybody kind of move in yet? Nope. Oh, she's already moved. Well, I guess that saves me the installations. These seem like level 2 ones I can use. Looks like everybody's out, so I'll just take a second and investigate the place as well. Looks like I'm going to need to repair this. Doesn't seem to be much sense in repairing this though until I have a tenant in the other spot. I mean, obviously I want to keep the costs down as best as I can with the sick daughter and all. Okay, so it looks like she isn't going into her home. I think I bought one too many cameras, but... I have use for that other one, I think. Yeah, there's a big gap here, but... I can either hang on to it, or I can... Yeah, you know what I'll do? So I'll put one here. And then I'll just get a wider one for this corner. So it's not perfect coverage, but it definitely gets me for what I need here. Okay, I'll see what Nathan Keller has, but hello, Millie Thale. We're actually just wrapping up tonight, unfortunately, but let's take a look at what we can buy. So I'm going to make a guess that with the... if I want to help Klaus, I need to keep the sailor around. I also haven't talked with her yet, so let's see... let's see if I'm able to get any more information out of her. Yeah, so you're not playing this right away, are you, Jess? I'd just host you if you were. Oh, sorry, Millie. Okay, do you have any questions about it? Because I probably done all the gameplay stuff for tonight, but I can answer any questions if you'd like. Or, of course, if you're going to catch Jess later on in the evening, she can also definitely display it for you. Hello, dear. Aloysius is dead. My sweetie pie. My heart is broken forever. Oh, sorry about that, dame. All right. We'll tell you what. Maybe let's see what the ministry gives us, and maybe we'll get another one. So, dial the number. Report a task. Ministry of Order. Congratulations. Your task was a success. For helping catch a criminal, you were rewarded $3,000. Good job, comrade. Your next task is to place propaganda banners in your building. We need to increase the patriotism amongst your tenants. There's unrest in the city. Stay alert, Comrade Carl. Alright, well, we're a little bit better. So basically the way that this game works is you'll be given different tasks which are sort of aligned here that you'll beat time. So the best thing I can say is if you've ever played... Papers, Please... and or whoa and this War of Mine, the mechanics are very similar there. Go to the basement. Hide. Did I do that? Ministry of Order. There's unrest in the city. It's dangerous to go outside. Stay calm and repair anything in the house that's broken. You have 2 days. Okay, well, tell you what. Let's do this next mission, because this is fairly straightforward. What I'm going to do is show you kind of the basic mechanics of the game. So basically, you're given different assignments. Some of these are related to your family, and some of these are related to your apartment building. So you can talk to individuals. The main things that you'll do in this game are collect information about the tenants and report them and potentially their crimes to the Ministry of Order, your employer. So you don't want to be caught going into somebody's apartment. You don't want to be late in doing your assignments, but you also need to do things like manage your money and your reputation. So for instance, my daughter is very sick, and I need to somehow get $30,000 within 44 hours, otherwise she's very likely going to die. So what do you want from the archivist? I'm here on business. I need to repair the furniture in your apartment. Come in. So let's, I'll just buy tools as they go by. So like right now what I'm doing here is you just click on an item and some context sensitive menus will come up. Sir, could you please put the gun away while I'm in your apartment? You're freaking me out. Is that illegal yet? No, apparently you can't have books, but you can have firearms. Why not? Alright. So this is a little more mundane maintenance, but one thing I've done here is I've set up a bunch of cameras just to sort of take advantage of any information I can get about the tenants. Oh, new government directive. It is illegal to store light bulbs. I wonder if I can get away searching his apartment while I'm repairing. Nope. He's not happy about that. What are you doing here? Furniture repair. I'm here on business. I need to repair the furniture in your apartment. Come in. Yep, still mad at me for searching. Okay, so I can't search people's apartments while they're in there. Good to know. Also, my wife wants to talk to me. It's probably about my dying daughter, though, and I generally find that if you ignore terrible things that are happening, you'll be happier, so... Oh, you know what? I could have stolen the cruise tickets and given Klaus his way out. I wasn't even thinking of that. Yeah, so I definitely need to search these apartments more, because that is such an obvious way to... Whoa! I definitely would have picked up on that. All right, looks. I think she's gonna be looking for some. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Okay, get out of there. Run! Run, you son of a bitch! Yes! Made it. Alright, let's see what the wife has to say. What's the apartment that has white slashes through it? That means that it's empty but can have a tenant come in. So you've actually got more apartments sort of available than I have people who want to rent. What, Carl? Learn about Martha's cure. 30,000 to cure. Yeah. How about Shimmer's arrest? Klaus Schimmer was arrested, Carl. Do you know what happened? I turned him in. He broke the law. They're really nice. How can you be this hard-hearted? Anna, do you want me to risk our family for the sake of the Shimmers? This conversation is over. How may I help? Oh god, 700 utilities. They're bleeding me dry! Hey Patrick, you got kicked out of school. Why aren't you in the mines? Yes, father? Have you changed your mind about being a miner? Nope. Alright. I still gotta repair this stuff, so I think at least two electric kits. I should maybe search my own apartment to see if I can profile my family. I also have that apple that I can frame someone with, but I don't really have anybody who I want to throw in the pokey. Alright, yep, it's electric. New message received. Oh. Okay, so I've got somebody I can lease the apartment to. Good point, Millithale. I'll ignore the negative things, how about? God, my family's boring. I'm glad these police haven't been searching me with my, my dangerous apples in my pocket. Hey Martha, I got good news. You're not dying of cancer. It's pneumonia! That's probably too Jessica. I hope that's the Bible, Martha. You're gonna need it in a couple hours. Alright, we've searched everything we can. Let's take a look at the mail. Several hours ago, a series of explosions took place at the convenience store storage facility on Krushvis Street. No one was killed, but 15 people were injured. The situation is under control, so there's no reason to panic. Now for the weather. Tomorrow, look for the winds from the north, a high of 60 degrees and light showers. Comrades, we have spoken, and spoken loud. The whole city heard. The explosions took place at the plant where the state officials were planning to introduce 14-hour shifts. The government won't hear our cries, or won't listen to our peaceful voices, so it will hear our cries of war. We will force them to respect the rights of our workers. If they continue with their plans, we'll turn the ministry to rubble. And let's lease it. Dora Noel needs to find an apartment ASAP. It is life or death. And we will go for repairs. It is illegal to possess and use weapons. Alright, well. I got my eye on you. Oh. I thought I saw some illegal stuff going on. And it's illegal to wear blue ties. Oh God, what does my wife need now? $30,000, I bet. What, Carl? 500 for groceries? Are they life-saving groceries? Are you not willing to sacrifice for my daughter? That's right, my daughter. Hey, room brother. Let's see if I can move somebody in. Oh, yes! Floodley Brukic, a young student looking to rent a room. Hello, I'm Carl, the landlord. Dora Noel, nice to meet you. Let me know if you need anything. Of course. Where did you come from? Who cares where I came from? All that matters is I'm here now. I like it here. It's less crowded than the capital, and everyone has a job. Do you like it here? Yes. See, we have a lot in common. What's new? Alas, I have nothing to tell you. I don't know anybody here. I got a cold on my first day here. Alright. So I can sneak into her home. We'll take a quick look at her possessions. And then I can take a look and see if the guy's still carrying the gun. Ice skates? Aha! Information. Alright, I just want to double check that there's nobody sleeping in that bed. No, looks like we're safe. So I don't need to check the whole thing, but I will just because a few things have changed around. Oh, hello, he's burning something. Oh, you know what? If I can find out about the gun, I might actually be able to blackmail them. She's going to the fridge, so that's good news for now. Green tie, so isn't breaking the law there. They're law-abiding. Well, I've got an easy answer. Ah, he's coming. Is that a green, illegal green apple I see? Oh, I better write a report of this. What, Carl? Purchases for the house. Carl, buy us a radio. Are you manager or not? I always hear the news over the phone. Oh, God. Oh, and life-threatening condition. I guess I don't need that money anymore. Leo Gizvdek is the winner of the annual labor lottery. He has faithfully served his country for 20 years without a single violation. He is the pride of the state. The prize this year is $100,000. The prize, remember, every citizen with more than 15 years of work experience can take part in the lottery. People with more than 15 years of work experience can take part in the lottery. What does that tell us? That Leo and his companions in misfortune spent decades working hard and paying crazy amounts of money to the labor lottery fund. Each of them could have saved $40,000 over the course of 20 years. Where did the rest of that money go? Can the lottery administration tell us that? Yeah, let's just get ourselves some money. Oh god, what's going on here? Oh. She must have fallen asleep. Martha! 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 I'm so grieved, I gotta talk to this eye-patched man. No, let's get acquainted. Hello, Carl. Who are you? A new tenant? I know everyone who lives in the building, but this is the first time I've seen you. We don't know each other, but I hope we become friends. My name is George Danton. How can I help you? I made inquiries, Carl. I think you're a decent man who can be trusted. After that, I want you to do me a simple but important favor. What should I do? A young man, Tfelde Brokich, lives in your building. Can you give him this box? Why don't you do it yourself? I have my reasons. You'll know them after you do me the favor. There's only one condition. Do not open the box. Are you trying to get me mixed up in something illegal? Aren't you afraid that I'll report this to the quarter? Zercomixus, well, we just lost our daughter, so I can't necessarily say that I've lasted all that long. But welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I will warn you, I was supposed to wrap this up probably about an hour ago, so we're getting near the end of the playthrough, but you're definitely welcome to hang out for as long as we're running by. Fear divides people. I assure you, we have opposing goals. The only thing you need to know now is that we'll pay a good price for this case. Very well. Do you agree? God, well, I guess I don't really need the money anymore. I'll take the box and bring it to my office. Give me the box. I'll do what you're asking. Thanks, Carl. We pay our debts. Martha has died. Hard hat, personal ID number on the side, medical worker uniform, and a pistol. It's illegal to own a weapon. Wait a minute, this is for Patrick? Hello, I'm Carl, the landlord. Alright, don't let the door hit you on the way out, Zercomzixus. I think there's a little bit of a lesson that might be learned here, is that a purge doesn't really mean a whole lot, but I think you just revealed a lot about the kind of viewer that you are, and I actually really don't need viewers like you in this place. So perhaps for the next channel that you go into, because you've already said you don't want to stay here, a purge is very meaningless. Jess hasn't played this game, but I trust her to keep me from backseating and spoilers. In the end, you could have been in the channel, you could have enjoyed talking with us, you could have followed through with the gameplay, and you would have forgotten about the purge probably before anybody else here did. But nobody thought badly of you until you decided to call somebody a dick for doing exactly what a mod is there for. So perhaps you can use this as a learning experience in the next channel that you go into. If they just purge you and you are still able to talk, perhaps keeping a civil tongue in your head will allow you to enjoy whatever channel will take you. But you have definitely lost your privileges here. So, see ya. Hey, Drunk Lord. Fulfilled Brukic, a student at the university. Ask about the name. My father picked this silly name. Mom calls me Full. I didn't like that either. I don't really want to spend 300 reputation to learn it. Talk about the university. What's your specialty? Chemistry. It's a nice university and such. We chop up different frogs and then mix some shit in flasks until it bubbles and smokes. Watching from Rambler's channel. Excellent. I actually had a chance to meet... Jesse Quill actually also met Alex the Rambler at one of the Vancouver Twitch meetups. He's a great guy. I had to do a silly thing and move across the country. So I haven't had a chance to meet him recently. But we did... we played a little Hearts of Iron 4 together. I'm probably better as a solo caster. It's not that I dislike playing with him, but just... I think the only person I've really been able to co-cast with is Jesse Quill. And I had a good time with him, though. And it'd be cool if I could find something to co-cast with him at least once, like as maybe like a 1v1 or something like that. But I guess you must watch him normally for the Total War stuff, or do you watch him for other things as well? Actually, maybe this is a good point to mention. Alex the Rambler, I believe he is the Rambler 146 on Twitch. He is a really good Total War streamer. Now, he primarily works on YouTube. And if you go to Alex the Rambler on YouTube, I definitely encourage you to give him a follow there, because follows are a really big component in terms of the YouTube metrics. And he does search engine optimization, so he can probably tell you a little bit more about that. But on top of that, I think some of the stuff that I've done here that you guys might be interested in is he does occasionally play Hearts of Iron 4. And he's one of these streamers who's big enough... Oh, who was that? Maybe it's the guy who called Jesse Quill a dick. Drunk Lord, thank you very much for that follow. But he's one of those streamers who's big enough to kind of be on people's list, so that if they have a new strategy that comes out, a new strategy game that comes out, he usually gets it. So everything from like Battlefield Gothic, or I can't talk. It's 2:30 in the morning for me. Battlefield Gothic, Armada. What else did he do? There's another strategy game of his that he was playing recently that I can't remember. Anyways, really friendly guy. He has a British accent, so he automatically gets, he sounds more erudite than me, and definitely a lot more friendly. But yeah, he's definitely a guy. He's one of the reasons why I miss Vancouver, and absolutely worth checking out. So, all right. I don't find what you're studying to be inspiring. I just don't understand how chopped up frogs can help me become a person who can make the world a better place. That's funny, Drunk Lord. Learn what happens. You were given a box for me. Where is it? Alas, I don't have that box. Really? Give me that damn box or you'll be sorry. Do you really think that you can make jokes about our agency without suffering physical harm? Are you threatening me? You're damned right I'm threatening you. You and your family. Use my reputation? You're out of line, young man. You're talking to a public servant. Oh, excellent. Do you think I can't deal with a beardless boy? Ministry rat, you'll be sorry for what you've done. The world will change soon, and there'll be no place for people like you. You dodged a bullet there, I think. Oh god, I have to pay 1,000 for my daughter's funeral. Accept a private call. Good afternoon, Carl. This is George Danton. Where did you take my number? Our unit has friends everywhere. All I want from you is an explanation about which unit you're discussing. I have a family. I must know what you're getting me into. We're trying to make the world a better place, Carl. It's impossible with the current government. As you know, the current government is unwilling to change. What's your unit's name? Unit of Confident Revolutionists? The New Tomorrow Movement. Why are you being sarcastic, Carl? We might become best friends. You can earn the money you so desperately need for your family. It's a bit late for that, fuckhead. What if I refuse to deal with you and report you to the quarter? I'm afraid your refusal can lead to unpleasant consequences for the both of us. I repeat, we have friends everywhere. I knew it. There is something behind your chatter and about a better tomorrow. One can fry eggs without breaking them. You have kids, and therefore you know what it must mean to sacrifice yourself for the sake of future generations. Will you offer to sacrifice someone else? Me, for example? Not necessarily, Carl. You just need to agree to be ready to help our movement. I really don't have a choice. What do you want from me? Find an apartment in your wonderful building for our faithful comrade. His name is Antoine Grubek. He will stay in the building for about a week. Let's say I agree. How much will you pay me? $3,000. This will be the beginning of our collaboration. Who's that? Antoine is very important to our unit. He's a printing specialist, and will print brochures criticizing the current state government. We'll owe you if you hide him. We're planning to go on strike at the factory in the near future, and we need those brochures. It won't work without them. If you don't force me to help the revolutionary movement, describe your perception of the state of our country. I must know why I'm putting myself at risk. Why do you need an explanation, Carl? You already know everything. Total control of people, ridiculous bans on everything, no freedom of speech. What do I get in return? Cards for clothes? Food? Soap? People shudder at night when they hear the slightest sound. They're afraid someone will come and take them away. What do you think of reports written by one family member to turn into another? Is it okay? What about your job, Carl? What normal society can count it appropriate? I do the job I was assigned. I don't have a choice. You always have a choice. Help us, Carl. Our children will have a society where they won't be jailed for their choices. Well, I guess I don't get a agree to help. As far as I can see, I have no choice. Antoine Grubek? I'll see what I can do. Great, Carl. Be careful. Hello, this is Carl Stein. With whom am I talking? You've heard about the National Labor Lottery, right? Its winner, Leo Grivzdek, is looking for a place to stay. We want you to give refuge to this lucky man. What good will that do to you? Who are you? We're well-wishers. He'll soon face 1,000 temptations. Bandits and frauds will be waiting for him around every corner. We want to help. After he moves in, you must convince him to invest his winnings in our production. Our Horns and Hoofs Trust benefits the science and breeding of caring for farm animals. We help farmers sell every part of an animal carcass. They won't waste a thing. We send the meat to the stores and the skins to the shoemakers, and we use the rest for preparing our Prosperity jellied meat. Jellied meat? Do you not like jellied meat? How can one say? Consider this a warning, Carl. If somebody stands in our way, he becomes jellied meat himself. Soon our jellied meat will become a national good. All you need to do is convince Leo Grivzdek that their future belongs to our jellied meat. Grivzdek? Yes, but who thinks up such names? It's a real tongue twister, you're telling me. Persuade him to invest money in the Horns and Hoofs Trust. If you do that, we'll give you a generous portion of what he gives us. Alright, and on that note, friends, I think I am going to call it tonight. Your game automatically saved upon the completion of every quest. When you exit the game, however, all unsaved progress is lost. This is as far as I've gotten in the game. I'm sorry to the people who just recently came into the channel, but I am very late for bed, and I have to be up early tomorrow. It is, the last day of work for 2016, so I want to do the best that I can. For those of you interested in Beholder, it is currently on sale at ChronoGG. The link that I have put on in the channel is Jesse Quill's affiliate link. I am not affiliated with ChronoGG, however, Jesse Quill is. And all of the purchases through that link will put a small portion towards her. If you are interested in this game, Jesse Quill will be streaming it later on today. If you want, you can definitely say what time roughly you'll be doing that, Jess, because I'm almost certainly going to be auto-hosting you for it anyway. It's very interesting. So if you guys have ever played This War of Mine or Papers, Please, or if you've played both, it's a nice combination of the two. It's a very attractive art style, and it's an interesting story. Like it's a very simple game in terms of its mechanics, but I think it does things well. It faces you with very difficult choices. I will admit, so I'm playing on the difficult mode called Government Elite. It's the original difficulty for the game. It is quite hard to save your daughter, which is kind of the first major plot point of the game. I mean, between the two demands on your finances, you basically need to find $35,000, and we've not even come close to 10,000 in this game. So I definitely need to figure out what I'm doing there. But yeah, it's a really interesting story. I'm probably going to play more of this. I may not do it soon because, of course, I have a lot of stuff to play. I've got Dark Souls that we're currently doing, and then I eventually want to do Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. For those of you who haven't checked on the Discord and on Twitter, I do have kind of my Settling the Family Business series that I'm sorting on doing. So a lot of people have been very generous with the games that they've donated. For instance, from Elkanu's channel, Hesperus donated this one to us. And I try to do my best to play the stuff that people send me or the things that people say they'd like to see me play, but of course over time these things get lost. So this is a chance, especially if you've donated a game or if I've said I'm going to play something and you haven't seen me play it. Even if I have played it before, I'll try and recover some of the in-demand ones. But if you are interested in doing that, fill out the form. You can fill out as many as you'd like. I'd appreciate it if you put down your name, because that just gives me an idea. For instance, if you've gifted me a game, it means a lot if the owner who, like, let's say gave me, Muri or something like that, says, hey, I gave you this game like a year ago and you still haven't played it. Then if it's just sort of like, oh, hey, I saw you have this indie, I'd kind of like to see it when you have a chance. I'll get to all of it. But it does help me to sort of triage things if if I know who you are. Like I said, this game is currently $6.50 on ChronoGG. It is a 24-hour sale, so if you are thinking of picking it up, definitely do so there. If you'd like to support a caster who has given me a lot of support on Twitch and is an incredibly good caster on her own sense, definitely feel free to click on that to purchase it through her. She gets a little bit of the revenues at no additional cost to yourself. I have no idea how well I'm doing either, Drunk Lord. I mean, I've lost a family member, so I'm going to assume that I've not done well. But I'm still alive, and even though the person who came through was a bit of a whiner, apparently I've gone farther than other people have in this game. So, I'm sorry I didn't cast longer for you, Drunk Lord, but again, it's 2:30 and it is a school night or work night. But I hope to see you around. I really do appreciate that follow. And like I said, Alex is I don't know if I can call him a good friend of mine, but I do consider him a friend. So if I don't see you in here, hopefully I'll maybe see you in his channel. But what kind of games do I play? I am a variety caster. I think most people know me for strategy stuff, though. So every Monday we'll do one of the Paradox Grand Strategy games. I did Hearts of Iron 4, we transitioned into Stellaris, and now I'm doing Crusader Kings 2. In terms of weekdays, I try and change it up a little bit. So I have been doing a few more action games with Battlefield 1 and Dark Souls. But my personal favorite genre is the strategy genre, and I have, like, the majority of stuff that I kind of want to play falls in that. Like, I haven't done Dawn of War on cast, so I'd like to do Dawn of War 2. Somebody donated Homeworld Deserts of Karak. I'd also like to do the original Homeworld. And every once in a while we'll do sort of classic games as well, so like we did Gabriel Knight and things like that. So definitely you're guaranteed every week that there will be at least one strategy game because of that Monday, but in reality usually 2 out of 3 days a week that I cast will be strategy. Also, Chaos Reborn, I'm a huge fan of that game, so I'm trying to cast that a little more often. Anyways, let's find somebody to host tonight. The music's gonna go away, sorry for that, guys. Let's see what we can find. Kilgore Trout is currently playing Morrowind on GOG.com. So GOG.com are great friends of this cast. They're my affiliate link. So I think that would be good to meet him up here. So what we normally do when we do a raid, I do know Kilgore Trout, he's actually a fellow Ontarian. So whenever we go to a channel, another channel on a raid, we write, "We're tired of system talk, heard this place was better." I do appreciate it when you guys come along. One, the best thing that a streamer can ask for is a chance to entertain you. I can definitely say that Kilgore Trout's a really friendly guy, and I know Morrowind's actually quite popular amongst a few people here. So I'll see you inside there. Go ahead, I'm going to hit that host button, and for the rest of you, thank you very much for watching tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow, where we play something probably second to last, maybe the last cast of 2016. Anyways, see you guys over on the GOG channel. Have a good night.